Sometimes we live as if everything around us is already fixed, as if there is no choice, but only circumstances to which we must adapt. But for a moment, ask yourself the question, what if life is not as rigid and unchangeable as it seems? What if reality is actually more malleable than you have previously believed? What if it could move at any time in the direction to which you direct your attention? These questions open the door to a deeper understanding, to an awakening that can change everything. The world is a mirror. This mirror never smiles first. It simply reflects. If you are full of worries, doubts, and dissatisfaction, then life will return exactly that vibration to you. However, if you carry gratitude, trust, and joy within you, then the external reality begins to align with this inner state as if by itself. Perhaps that sounds almost too simple to be true. Yet therein lies the secret. Everything you send out returns to you in some form. Everything that exists is energy. You yourself are energy, your thoughts, your feelings, your words, even your body. The things we perceive as solid and immovable, a chair, a stone, a building, are also vibrations. The only difference lies in how this energy is organized and at what frequency it vibrates. And because everything is energy, we are all connected on a deeper level. This field that permeates us hears every movement, every intention, every inner impulse. The universe perceives you, even if you believe you are insignificant. Imagine you go into an ice cream parlor. You say, "A vanilla ice cream, a chocolate ice cream, and one with nuts." The server does not ask if you might be allergic or if you don't like chocolate at all. They simply fulfill your order. That is exactly how the universe works. It does not differentiate between what you truly want and what you only fear. It only hears the vibration. If you think about money with joy, this vibration attracts money. But if you think about lack with fear, then that exact frequency attracts new evidence of lack. This is where the art of transurfing begins. It's not about violently steering life. It's about consciously choosing the flow of life instead of fighting against it. Our attention is the key. Where you direct it, your energy flows, and that's where your reality moves. We all constantly place orders, whether we want to or not. And most of the time, we do it unconsciously. We brood over problems, get annoyed about the past, and imagine a gloomy tomorrow. And that's exactly what we see mirrored back to us. But as soon as you learn to choose consciously, everything changes. Of course, your mind immediately reports back with doubts. It wants security, control, plans. The soul, on the other hand, knows no detours. It simply knows what it wants without asking about the how. A field of tension arises between these two. The mind is afraid of failure. The soul trusts. When you succeed in letting go of excessive importance, the path opens up. Because importance creates tension, and tension always evokes opposing forces. A wish often means, "I don't have it yet." It is a message of lack. But determination sounds completely different. It already belongs to me. Determination is calm, composed, clear. It doesn't need pressure. It is simply there. And it is precisely in this that the power to make the impossible possible lies. Think of all the people who have achieved seemingly impossible things. Most of the time, it wasn't those who doubted for an infinitely long time. It was those who decided. They saw the goal in front of them without knowing all the details, and they started step by step. They trusted that life would show them the way, and that is exactly what happened. Visualization is a powerful tool in this process. However, it's not about the details, but about the final feeling. Imagine the movie of your fulfilled life in your mind. Feel what it's like to have already arrived there. Your mind may not understand how this is supposed to happen, but the universe knows the direct path, often differently than you think. Unexpected events occur, and this is where the hidden help lies. You are surely familiar with this from your own life. Situations that looked like a setback later turned out to be a stroke of luck. A closed door opened a better room for you. An apparent loss led you to something more valuable. This is precisely why it is so crucial to see the potential for good, even in difficulties. This is the coordination of intention. When you decide to view every event as helpful, reality begins to confirm this decision. But be careful. Never put your goal on a single card, because that increases the importance immeasurably. Life knows countless doors. Sometimes what you consider to be the ultimate path is only an intermediate step. If you take it with ease, the next door opens by itself. But if you tie everything to it, compulsion arises, and the flow of life is blocked. Belief and knowledge are not the same. I believe it will turn out well sounds like a hope. I know that everything is for my best is an inner certainty. This knowledge is calm, unwavering, free from fear. It carries you like an invisible force. Start small. Don't expect a revolution overnight. Take a few minutes each day for what brings you joy. A moment of silence, the scent of coffee, a kind word. These small moments are like seeds that change your inner landscape. Soon a new field will grow from it, a life that feels lighter and more harmonious. Life is and remains a mirror. It doesn't show you what you want, but who you currently are. If you are full of self-criticism, it shows you reasons to continue criticizing yourself. But if you radiate gratitude, it gives you more and more reasons to be grateful. This is the core of transurfing. It does not force the universe, but reminds you that you are part of this great living space. When you give trust, the universe listens. When you let go, it begins to work for you. You don't have to desperately believe. It is enough to know internally and to act with calmness. Every step towards your goal already changes the line of your life. Every decision made without fear brings you closer to the reality you have chosen. Thank you for sharing these thoughts with me. If you feel that these words touch you, then I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to this channel if you want to continue on this path of mindfulness. Together, we can learn to trust life and discover new ways. And never forget, life is already ready to give you everything. Just allow yourself to receive it.